Hey chat, how are you? Chuckles. So my coworker and I are yapping about whatever nonsense. And she goes to retrieve something from the cabinet and she grabs the handle, or in HGTV parlance, it's called hardware. But she goes and grabs the handle to open said cabinet, and right away she recoils and she goes, "Ew, gross, whose dirty hands touch this?" And she grabs a Clorox wipe. There was a canister of Clorox wipes right where we were standing, and she starts wiping down the cabinet. And I thought, well, that's a little extreme. Whose dirty, gross hands touch that? Me! Mine! Those are my disgusting, gross, greasy paw prints. We weren't all born with supple, succulent, radiant skin. I'm not Bella Hadid, okay? I start my mornings dry, and it's the winter time, and it's the office, and I have dry skin. There, are you happy? So, fun fact, especially at work for whatever reason, I blame the HVAC system, but I have very dry skin, specifically my hands. They're brittle, bone dry. I feel like a skeleton. To combat this situation, I use Aquaphor, but I don't get the Aquaphor because it's heck expensive. I use the Quate, which is the Walmart off-brand generic brand, in-house brand name. I use the Quate version of Aquaphor deemed healing ointment, and I lather it on my hands every morning, which means my mouse, my keyboard, my telephone are nice and wet and moist and sopped with grease spots laden in it. Laden. And I love it. I love it because I feel so, my hands feel so healthy and young. But whatever, we're all weirdos, okay? We all have quirks. And this is one of mine. So now I walk around the office in gardening gloves, or I carry around a paper towel if I need to reach into a cabinet. But the other day I was looking for something. I went through a bunch of drawers and cabinets, and then began to freak out. I was like, oh no, I forgot. Now all these drawers and hardware and handles and cabinets are all tainted and covered. So I began to crash out, freak out, melt down. So I grabbed a paper towel, I wiped it down, and I started cleaning my fingerprints like a serial killer in a movie trying to remove my DNA from the scene of a crime. The other thing they do in movies is if someone shoots someone, they grab a gun and then they shoot someone, they grab the end of their sleeve with their mouth and then cover up their hand, and they try to wipe off their fingerprints from that firearm. Oh, that's good trope, good stuff, realistic. But around the office, I am known as the Lotion Man, similar to Master P, Mr. Ice Cream Man, or T.I., Rubber Band Man. By the way, his new song, Let 'Em Know, banger. But I don't have any Lubriderm. I got the Vaseline lotion in the green bottle. I used to mess with Jergens with the cherry almond scent, but what does that even mean? Is this lotion or trail mix? But mainly I go with the Vaseline, the green bottle, or the off-brand Aquaphor. And people, particularly men, you women's, you got many kinds of lotions and potions to use. But my fellow men who may be a little insecure, they come to the Ice Cream Man, and I'm like Eric Stoltz in Pulp Fiction. This is Jergens from Target. Very good stuff. Now that's Lubriderm. Different, but equally good. And that is Equate Healing Ointment from the Health and Beauty section of Walmart. Now the first two are the same, $300 a gram. Those are friend prices. But this one is a little more expensive. It's $500 a gram. But when you apply it to your skin, you'll know where that extra money went. Now, there's nothing wrong with these. This is real, real, real good stuff. But this one's a freaking madman. Remember, I just got back from Sephora. Are you in Winco? No. You are in my cubicle. Now, people who know the difference between good lotion and bad lotion, this is the cubicle they come to. Now, my Equate Healing Ointment, I'll take the Pepsi challenge with that Sephora shit any old day of the fucking week. That's a bold statement. This ain't Sephora, Vince. This is a seller's market. Neutrogena is dead. Aquaphor is coming back in a big frickin' way. So, another tale from work. It was decided we were going to get Costco pizza for lunch. And so we're like, all right, me and Esteban will go pick it up. And it's encouraged for you to call when you have a few pizzas. Like if you're gonna get 10 pizzas for your kid's baseball team or whatever, you want to call ahead, place the order, because if you go walk in the normal line, in the normal queue, and you say, I would like 10 pizzas, they'll be like, it'll be about 2 hours. So it's advised that you call ahead and order your pizzas. So we were getting 3 pizza pies from the Costco pizzeria, and we're calling over there, the food court, and they're not answering the phone. It was like, okay. And we get there, and we see why. Because they're slanging pies like crazy. They're at 100% capacity. They can't produce any more food any faster. There's a constant queue. There's a constant line. There's tons of people just waiting around for their food. And so that's why they don't answer the telephone, because they're busy. And why would you? And I used to work at Walmart for a short stint in the toy section. And I would never answer the phone neither, because the few times I did, when I made a mistake, answer the phone. Yeah, Walmart toy section, how can I help you? This is Vince. And you would get some guy, always a guy, who would be like, do you have the Walmart Barbie serial number SAT1YYN4HF2UXXZPQH883399285IUS. And I'd be like, oh, and in the green dress, please. It's just... So I would say, hold on, sir, let me check. And I'd put him on hold for 2 minutes, come back. Nope, we don't got it. See ya. Wouldn't want to be a late. The worst Walmart toy customer were the Hot Wheel collectors. Again, dudes in their 50s who would just, if you were breaking down a box, like you had a pallet of Hot Wheels that you had to rip the box open and put it out onto the floor, they would wait and stare. And then when there were a bunch of Hot Wheels just on the wall, ready to purchase, they would go through one by one looking for whatever, the Jeff Gordon 1997 Hot Wheel, or I don't know, version 3.6A. Oh, it was a whole deal. I recently went to the dentist. At the end, when they floss, when they floss you up, this is the very last thing they do. I'm always like, I can floss too. What are we doing here? My gal, she had a nice sleeve, merino wool sleeve that constantly was in my eyes and on my face, which I appreciated. I feel like the dentist tools, they're too sharp. Like that, the thing to get rid of your tartar and your plaque. It's too fine a point. It's like a fine point pen. I feel like that particular tool should be more like a flathead screwdriver and really, really knock out some tartar in just a couple minutes. She didn't give me sunglasses, which I appreciate because I can keep my eyes open or I can close them, and she doesn't know what's going down. But I didn't have sunglasses, so I stared at her for most of the time. I closed my eyes here and there. Uh, and when we first saw each other, she greets me, she takes me back. She goes, "How was your holiday?" And I'm like, "Lady, it's mid-February. Are you that desperate to have something to yap about?" My goodness. We actually started talking about the Olympics. And it was a typical dentist, or she's whatever she is. She's not a dentist. She ain't no Martin Chan, but she's someone. But we started yapping about the Olympics. It's the typical dentist to patient conversation where you can't talk while they're working on your mouth and in your mouth, and your mouth is ajar and agape wide open, but you formulate your thoughts while they're zzz. And then when she takes out the tool and does Mr. Slurpee, then you get your opinion, you get your hot take in. And we were talking about the Olympics and how neither of us care. But I found, and how no one is talking about it. And is it getting ratings? I don't know. I don't care. But it was such a big deal when we were kids. We would gather around the old television every night and just watch coverage for hours of whatever they served to us. But if you want to drum up interest, get some attention on the current Olympics or any future Olympics, I have 2 words for you. Tanya Harding. Okay, controversy, scandal, sells. It sells. Sex sells, people. Remember selling textbooks back in college? Like you would buy it for $280 at the beginning of the semester. And then at the end of the semester, "Oh, you can sell your textbook back." "Oh, really? Well, how much can I get for this $280 textbook?" Click, click. This is me doing the calculator. "Oh, let me carry the one here. $30. $30. I paid $280 for a few months ago, and now you're offering me $30. Well, I'll take it. I can buy some weed. Okay, I think I'm done. Take care. Brush your hair. Peace out. I'm outie 5000 G Money. Gotta go. Late. See ya." Fiend.